Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, today let's explore the idea of doubt. We all have it, no doubt on that. And every time the doubt resurfaces in us, notice we start to think, and the thinking is never good. We imagine too much. Uh, it just prolongs with the what if in a limiting way. The narrative is never good. And it just creates the tension in the body. It adds more stress in the mind, and it never ends. And when it's torturing us, then it's good to understand why we have a doubt in the first place. And it's good to explore how to dissolve the doubt for good, so we don't have to linger ourselves in that mental game. Basically, the doubt is coming from the place of past experience, the experience of failure, the experience of someone's taking advantage of us. Basically, the doubt is coming from the place of limitation. And what we go through in life is always printed in us, in the mind lives an idea, and we have to be part of the world. And when we have to be part of the world, that idea of doubt always resurface. And every time resurface, we know how we feel. So the experience is never good. Not just we doubt the world, that means we not just doubting the people, we also doubt ourselves, isn't it? There's a inward doubt and the outward doubt. No matter which doubt is there, doubting oneself or doubting others, the doubting is coming from the deeper layers that we have built up from the past. And basically, the past is the past experience, but we have forgotten how we build up the idea of doubt in us. And every time again, when it resurfaces, we don't know how to stop that narration, the mental game, and we also don't have a solution on how to not to get affected by the idea of doubt. And this is where the spirituality comes in, to understand this idea of doubt. The enlightenment journey or the spiritual journey is about understanding the nature of the mind. And the process will help us to how the mind comes into existence and how the mind becomes a reality, and how the mind triggers us to be part of the world. And that is already there, and because of that, we are struggling. And we can see that our life is full of struggle, pain, and the pain is there, struggle is there, the stress is there, because the truth is missing. When we don't see the inner truth, or when we don't know who we are truly, when I say when we don't know, that means when we don't see who we are truly, then we are latching onto something to find the support, and that itself is a struggle, and our life is moving from that. That means the truth is missing, and everything's becomes uncertain, and that life is moving with a what if, you know, um, in an imaginative way. And until we figure out the truth of who we are, until we see the plain sight truth, um, the fear, the doubt, the struggle, the pain is always going to be there. Um, so to stop the negative narration, or to stop the limitation in life, one must understand thoroughly one's own mind, and uh, from that also we need to go deeper by understanding, not understanding again, but we have to see the inner truth. And this is where the self-inquiry comes in. Self-inquiry is about uh, dismantling the mind, not adding more stuff in the mind. Adding is never going to help to understand the root. To understand the root is about dismantling, subtracting, or peeling the layers. We hear this idea, peeling the layers of the mind, so that we can see, you know, we can see what is left when everything is removed. And being part of this journey, will help us see clearly what is mine, and also uh, who we are. So how to dissolve the mind, how to dismantle the mind, is by tracing back the mind backward. There are a lot of things happening in life, and especially when we have uh, when we are going through fluctuation, or when we are going through the fight, um, any friction that we're experiencing, we can use that, and we can trace it back to figure out the reason for our surface fluctuation. So today we're talking about the doubt. Every time the doubt is there, there's a fluctuation in oneself. So we can trace it back, why am I doubting? When the doubt comes in, the clarity is gone. We lost in the mental drama, right? And when we are in the drama, we are so in the game of creating the imagination that we lose the now. We forget everything, and when you forget the now, then we're also missing how to connect to a present moment. We are delaying stuff in life by being part of the mental game, and the mental game is never helping. So the situation is already there. So you ask yourself, why am I doubting? You're doubting, no doubt. It's there. So we must acknowledge that I have this experience. I have this feeling of doubt for myself and for the world. So why am I doubting? When you ask yourself, why am I doubting? There's a reason for that inquiry, reason for this question. And when we see the answer, use the answer to deepen the work by asking, why do I have this answer? Started with, why do I doubt? The answer is there. Now use that answer to deepen by adding why to that answer. And no matter what answer you see, you keep using why. Why do I have it? Or why is that important? And this is the way to go all the way to figure out the ingrained belief in us, the ingrained conditioning in us. The doubt is not just the spontaneous thing. It's built up from it's a build up layers in us. So using why is to see the ingrained belief or conditioning in us, and our life is happening from that conditioning. That's why we're doubting. So now once you see the ingrained belief, then you have to dismantle that ingrained belief by asking yourself, why do I have this belief? And then when you ask why, then there's the next answer. No matter what answer comes in, and keep going with the why. And then that way you keep that will help you to trace the mind backward to see the root cause of your surface fluctuation of doubting, and that is the fear. And once you see the fear, you still need to dismantle your fear using the why. And then, why do I have fear? So you started with a doubt, you see the ingrained belief. Then ingrained belief gives you the fear. And then from there you have to dismantle until there's nothing more is left. And that's the way to be, thorough in one limitation of your life. And basically you have to investigate every friction you are going through. That friction is not just, again, the momentary friction, but it's the build-up conditioning in you that is making you fight. And what is fight? Fight is your ego fighting to protect something in you. Basically, that protection is protection of your identity, protection of your comfort, protection of the fun. Because of those things you're trying to protect it and not to lose those things. So basically your ego is fighting to create the boundary, and ego is always do that. So you look into your limitation. You can today we're talking about the doubt, to figure out why we have a doubt in the first place, or you can use any scenario that you're going through in your life as a struggle, as a fight. You trace it back. Why am I going through this? And this is the simple way to create the inward journey to understand the nature of the mind, and eventually that will help us to see the truth. And when the truth is seen, then we won't be getting affected by the mind. That means we won't be getting affected by the idea of doubt. When the idea of doubt resurfaces, then after seeing the truth of who you are, it's just an idea, and you just drop it. You don't narrate. But enlightenment journey, the idea of doubt resurface, and we just dive into that, dive deeper with that idea, and just imagine stuff. Post enlightenment, if the idea of doubt comes in, it just drops. You see it, that's it. It won't bother you. You'll catch the mental game right away. The ego, when the ego resurfaces, you catch it right away. It won't bother you. But right now, life is bothered by the mind, and to be free from the mind, you have to investigate your mind. You have to trace your mind backward to figure out the no mind, and that is the enlightenment journey. That is the spiritual journey. That's that. Okay, so again, everyone is going through the idea of doubt, and because of the doubt, we move impulsively in life, and moving impulsively makes everything more. The situation gets even more conflicted, and the situation divide us, and that division doesn't help to create a better environment outside, and also doesn't help us to live in peace. So division is not the way to live a fearless life or easy life, inquiry is the way. So self-inquiry is the way to be free within and outside. So if you're seeking true freedom, self-inquiry is the path that one must take. And self-inquiry is the path that is free. It's cost-free. So anyway, again, self-doubt, don't ignore it, don't prolong the story, stop the story and be part, not stopping the story. When the doubt comes in, be part of the self-inquiry, and that will already help you not to narrate on that self-doubt. Okay, so trace it back, see how far you can go back, and if you need help, if you get stuck, put your question, put down your question, and let me come back to you after that. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Thank you for supporting this channel. See you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.